Hey everyone, hope you are all doing amazing. Today I'm going to be just chatting with you guys about the importance of YouTube and how important it is to find people and surround yourself with people that are inspiring and lift you up and not bring you down. I'm going to be doing my makeup in this video because I thought, why not kill two birds with one stone? And I just felt like talking to you guys because I wasn't really planning on making a video today. So I am using the e.l.f. primer. Beauty blogger. So I had this amazing, incredible epiphany the other day when I was at a cafe with my friend. You know how sometimes you know things, but until you say them out loud, you're just like, whoa, it's true. Or until someone says it out loud, like what you have been thinking for a long time, and you're like, oh my god, you think the same? Like, it must be real then, right? But this is honestly God gospel truth. Like, I'm so happy that I figured it out. Although, you know, I've been knowing it for a long time, I'm really happy that I'm like, yes, like this is actually true. Because you have theories about stuff and, you know, whatever. So I'm using the Fenty Beauty foundation. It is my absolute favorite foundation. My second favorite is Estee Lauder Double Wear, which is honestly amazing, but like it was my first for a really long time, but this just comes first each time now. Like, cannot compare this one to anything else. And I'm just dabbing all over the place really intricately. That's the key. So she was saying that, like, you know, for the past couple of years it's just accumulated that I've been watching a lot of podcasts. Like, instead of hanging out with negative people or binge watching TV shows, she says that she's just accumulated watching really good podcasts, like educational podcasts, inspiring podcasts from people that are well established, well known, and you know, they share their success stories. And because she was just curious, and she's like, I didn't realize what big of an impact it's actually given me. Now I'm kind of using all of that into fruition, and that really just sparked something in my head. She was saying it too, the fact that, you know, that whole saying, and I've heard this all of my life, but you hear a lot of things throughout your life and you never really understand them unless you go through them, and it really opens your eyes. So one of them for me was, you are the 5 people that you are closest to. And I was like, that makes no sense. Like, I am in no correlation to other people. I'm not influenced by other people. Like, I am my own person. But that's not up to me to decide, because people are by nature very social creatures. We can't help it, and we are actually really affected by the people and the things that we surround ourselves with. But if I see someone live a certain lifestyle, I will be in that lifestyle also, just because, without even realizing, just because I see how you live on your day-to-day life. For example, my ex-boyfriend, this is like such a specific example, but for some reason I'd always remember it. I'd always shower once a day. I didn't want to waste water, and my ex-boyfriend would shower twice a day. And because he lived like that, and I saw him live like that all the time, I was like, you know what, like, this looks cool, I'm gonna try it. Like, I don't know why, but you know. And then I started showering twice a day, and I'm like, I can't live without it now that, you know, when we broke up, I was like, what the hell, why was I doing this? And then my other ex-boyfriend, we wouldn't really go out a lot in our first couple of years being together. I was with him for 5 years, and he was like kind of like really homebound and, you know, played video games and stuff, and we would eat a lot of food, and like I was just really pressured with that kind of stuff. It's the same if like your friends are really into eating really bad food. You're not going to just sit there and be like, no, like I'm okay, thanks, unless you really develop a strong habit, which is the important thing. But you're not, the thing is, it's not going to help you if you surround yourself with uninspiring people, or even worse, toxic people. Now I'm using the Cover FX. After high school I had a couple of friends, but we kind of all lost touch, and I was only like in uni with my boyfriend. We went to the same uni, did the same degree basically, until I dropped out after semester because I didn't think that was what I wanted to do. Anyways, so I was only just like with him, and then after that, like, I don't know, like for some reason it just so happened that I wouldn't like see my friends often, and I would be like, why, like what the hell? And I realized that I was probably getting protected from, you know, the negativity, the toxicity of people's lives. A lot of people would just go out clubbing, and I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to be better and have like a self-development sort of, I had a self-development sort of mindset. So even though I was kind of influenced by my boyfriend, when I was alone, I would hang out with the YouTubers. And as my friend was telling me the same thing basically that she was doing, don't get me wrong, I had friends, but I always just sought comfort in inspiring people and people that were way more successful than me. And my friend was saying the literal exact same thing, but I would always push that idea to the side because I'm like, it's just YouTube, it doesn't matter, like I'm just kind of doing it for entertainment purposes. This is like really early 20s talk. Like, it sounds so dumb now because I'm like, I'm using my time for being productive and working on my career. Why would I be sitting there and waiting for my friends or my boyfriend to be like free? You are way more productive sitting there like doing stuff, watching like online tutorials or even vlogs of people being successful, going to meetings or working really hard at their jobs. Because think about it, pretend for one day that everyone is busy. And so what do? Would you go to the gym? Would you go to work? Would you do, I don't know, go to the movies, go watch YouTube, read a book? It sounds very generic and very like, okay, obviously, like we get it. But it took my friend to say it out loud for me to understand. If you have any toxic person in your life or a bunch of toxic people in your life, whether it be your family or your friends, do not cut them off. Do not have fights with them. Peacefully just detach emotionally. Bronzer my face with the Chanel Healthy Glow Sheer Color. When you just take away like every single person that you surround yourself with and you start watching just 5 YouTubers that are inspiring to you, I guarantee you will start acting like them as if they are your friends, and in turn you will be having the same lifestyle as them. Now granted, you're not going to be, you know, driving around a yellow Lamborghini, but like you will be deploying the same habits that they will. If you constantly watch the people that are inspiring, that actually have goals, you know, that have habits, and maybe maybe they're not as entertaining as you think they are. Trust me, if you find 5 people that are just inspiring, just inspiring, and teach you anything for that point. Watch the people that you think have those qualities or things or opportunities. And try not to judge or be jealous, but just watch. Like, honestly, like, how hard is it? I'm giving you homework. Watch YouTube. Like, isn't that so great? I promise you, you will start acting like those people. The thing about this, and I'm using the NARS illuminated highlighter, is that your brain cannot tell the difference between a real person and a YouTuber. Okay, they're YouTubers, but they're on a screen, like, so it doesn't really matter. Like, they're not really real people, do you know what I mean? And this is why people, you know, comment like really rude stuff on people's you know, pages, because they don't think they're real. So it's like, if you watch negative stuff on the news or on YouTube or read negative stuff, or you're around negative people, or your mum is negative, distance yourself away from that. You are more in control than you think. And like, don't get me wrong, like educating yourself is great as well. Like specific educational videos on YouTube, like if you're trying to learn something, incorporate that as well. But mainly what I'm trying to tell you is like, just literally watch people's vlogs, or not even that, just their YouTube videos, because they're real people and your brain cannot tell the difference between a video and real life hanging out. It just doesn't. It's just the fact that you have positive information going into your brain at all times, and you can see and you're educated on how people can make a life of themselves, instead of listening to your mom or to your dad or to your negative grandma or to your negative friend or whatever the case may be, or your negative boss. Instead of listening to them, we have YouTube, and we can literally see proof that those people are wrong because other people can do it. And what's even better about YouTube is that if you read a book, it's kind of like you're kind of more removed from it because it's just words on a book. But YouTube, it's literally a person. Like, I'm here, like right now, I'm a real person. May not be live, but I'm still like a real being, you know. So if you're sitting here watching me right now, it does feel like we're hanging out. Although I don't see your faces, I don't know who's watching. Like, your brain will not know the difference because I'm still here. You know, you still care for them, you still care about them, you still think about them, they're still in your awareness. It's just you don't interact those feelings. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, but you're still affected by them because they're talking to you. And so everything that they're saying, it's like you guys are really having a conversation because you might be replying in your head. And it's like, well, if you like someone and you hang around with someone, even if it is digitally, we have just said that YouTube is the same as seeing the person in real life. Like, the brain doesn't understand the difference. So, okay, if that's the truth, then aren't you hanging out with friends that are inspiring and ambitious? And if you hang around with those 5 friends all the time, aka watch them all the time, isn't that going to rub off on you? I hope this really made sense to you guys, because I know it might not come across as like I'm making any sense, or I might be just saying the complete like obvious thing that people already know. But again, I feel like it takes a person to just say the words out loud for someone to be like, oh, this clicked in my head. I will see you guys in the next video. I had fun talking to you guys and putting my makeup on. Let me do this more often. Let's name it, you know, makeup and coffee talks. Wow, so real and innovative. But make sure to subscribe and like this video as well. It really means a lot to me, and I'll be posting a lot of videos like this in the near future. Alright, bye guys. Love you.